I was just explaining, you know what I'm saying, the brother in the thin labs, you know what I'm saying. I found out when I took economics this past semester how our economy and capitalism is set up, how it works, you know what I'm saying. And basically everything is based on GDP, which is gross domestic product. So what gross domestic product is, you know what I'm saying, is everything that the economy produces. Not everything the economy sells, but everything that the economy produces. And how much it produces or it doesn't produce is always based on, you know what I'm saying, exactly how much is coming in and how much is going out. You know what I'm saying? So you have GDP, gross domestic product, and then you have gross domestic product per capita. You know what I'm saying? Which is per citizen. So they take up the amount of money that was made as far as profit in each year, and if it was individually evenly divided up between every citizen, that's how they determine, you know what I'm saying, the gross domestic, you know what I'm saying, product per capita. Now in the United States, before, you know what I'm saying, the economy fell, it was at $45,000, you know what I'm saying? So the average person in America is worth $45,000. But you know, the majority of these people in the United States make less than that every year, you know what I'm saying? And some people are making billions, you know what I'm saying? So you got to average out from the people who making billions and millions and however hundreds of millions, and to people who are in debt and make less than $0 a year, you know what I'm saying? Bringing everybody's average up to 45,000. You know what I'm saying? So in capitalism, you have what's called differential rewards. You know what I'm saying? Which means stuff doesn't get equally distributed amongst the citizens. You know what I'm saying? So this is how the system of economy basically works. You know what I'm saying? If something is in demand, you know what I'm saying? Which means people want it, people want it, people want it. That's when the companies have an opportunity to make money. Companies don't always make money throughout the year through them 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. Sometimes they lose money. But when something is in demand, they have an opportunity to make money because their contracts are usually fixed. On who they getting their supply from, the contract is usually a 3-year contract, so their price with them is fixed. When something is in demand, they can raise their price level on what it costs because it's in demand and people gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So, but to produce more, they need more workers. You know what I'm saying? So they ordering more from the who got their supply from. You know what I'm saying? So this means that they need more workers to move that stuff, which means they raise their price, and even though they raising their price, they make profit because they moving more units. But they gotta pay their workers more because they need them. If I don't need you, then I can hire you in at a low wage. Does that make sense to you? If I don't really need you, that I can tell you, well, I just give you $8. But if I need you, you know what I'm saying? Because this stuff can make me hundreds of millions of billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And the other people who already here is making this, then I'm gonna have to hire you in at that. You know what I'm saying? That higher wage. So when stuff, but this is what happens when stuff get in demand. Everybody making more money. And this is my point in explaining the economy to you. When there's a demand for something, when the company making more money, that means they getting more from their supplier. When people need more from their supplier, that means they borrowing more money from the banks. And that's how money get into the system. Money only comes from the Federal Reserve when somebody needs a loan from the bank, and the majority of the loans from the banks are big, major businesses. Because they the only people that can give them money up front, because they tell them, like, look, we done this for this past 2-3 months. We project due to demand this amount of money coming in. We need this, and they don't have all the money for that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what happened. The more money coming to the market and everybody making more money, it devalues the amount of the money, because if there's more money to pay for one item, if it costs me more money to pay for one item, then that means the value of your dollar decreased. If it took me $8 to pay for a gallon of milk, you know what I'm saying, and now it take me 16, then obviously my money is worth less. Because when it was $8 for a gallon of milk, I could get a gallon of milk, but now I need $16. So the more money everybody making, that's how inflation happens, because more money is needed, it depreciates the value of it. That's how it works, even with paper currency. So to curb inflation, guess what they gotta do? They gotta purposely put in a recession. They do a recession on purpose, which means they fire a whole bunch of people to bring the money down, because this is what's gonna happen. Dog, if these people don't have no income coming in, now they can't buy shit. So that's how you bring the demand down. They're not gonna be demanding if they just lost their job.
Hold on.
You know
Wow.